because I wanted to discuss about your development. I've just actually spoken to, I've just actually done my circles, my psychic circles and my mediumship circles, which is fun. And there was just some things on there that I thought might be really interesting for some people, only because I think, you know, why not? But yeah, what I was thinking about doing is talking about intuition and your own psychic development. There are so many people who come to me for psychic development, and I have been teaching this work for longer than I care to remember. I've been doing the work for 30 something years. A lot of years. A lot of years. Anyway, in that time, I have seen so many people come in and out. And so I started developing, and I started to develop, and I started to teach. And slowly as I started to teach, more and more people became interested. And so I'm kind of pondering on a couple of things. I wasn't sure whether to put teaching videos up on here on YouTube as well. But one of the things that I think people miss when they are connecting and they are trying to do their own development is they miss the reading, the fact that the reading or their gift should always be for themselves. I'm not actually seeing anybody coming in here, and I'm seeing you all on here, but I'm not actually seeing. Oh, there you go. Now I'm seeing you all come on. Now I can see all the comments. Hi, Valley. So yes, I feel honestly your gift is actually for you. So if ever you are developing your own psychic and mediumship, the gift always has to help you first. A lot of teachers will talk about getting out of the way of ego. And I think this really has to be, yeah, I love Beecham. I think one of the things that we have to realize is getting out of ego is all subjective. It's not necessarily getting out of ego. It's getting away from yourself. It's getting away from that big-headed part of ourself that wants to be, I'm right, I know it all, I'm psychic, I should know, I'm more spiritually aligned, I'm more this, I'm more that. To me, that's actually a load of BS, okay? What we want to do is we want to really honor the part of us that is in alignment with spirit or is in alignment with the soul. And so we actually need our ego. Our ego is very, very important as part of our development tool. And I'll tell you the reason why is whenever you're developing, whenever you are giving information and you're saying, oh, I've got a man here and this is what they look like, or this is how they are. If you don't have that part of your ego that goes, yes, secretly that goes, yes, I got it. What we do is we start to push ourselves down and we start to feel like, you know, when we have those moments of, oh my God, I rock, right? We start to push it down thinking that we're not supposed to be in that space. But truly, when we're actually going, yes, and we're feeling like good about ourselves, what that does is it gives us an air of confidence. Now, there's a difference between being in ego and being overly confident. And I like to say ego can be two ways. We have the quiet ego that comes and goes, oh, this top, yeah, oh, so old. You know, that's that part where we want to play it down. And then you've got that top like, oh yeah, aren't I lovely? Aren't I amazing? So I think it's a fine line. And I think what we have to do is we have to recognize that that our ego is very important. And so, you know, I really honestly want to say to people that trust in that space and trust in that place where you actually have to believe in yourself. Next is the fact that when you're bringing in spirit and you're bringing in evidence and you're starting to work with your intuition and you're starting to connect in, that connection is really about you. It is about your alignment to spirit. It's about your alignment to self. This is not about anybody else. And truly, this is what I always say to people is show up and be your true authentic self. And if you don't want me to show up as me, then don't be here, or don't listen, or don't ask me for a reading. Okay, I'm not here to be bothered with that. I don't care. So one of the things that I would always say to you is allow yourself to be in full alignment. If your reading is not working for you, or if you're not connecting in the way that you want, stop, start again, wipe the slate clean, do whatever it is that you need to do to reconnect, because you reconnecting is actually going to help you get the most out of your reading and get the most out of your gift. There's so many people who's going to push you, put you down, who's going to try and taint you, who's trying to, do one up on you. The last thing you need to do is listen to them. And it's about being in that space. And the third tip that I can ever give you here is to find your own true gift. Whether or not you are so in the quantum, whether you are working with spirit guides, whether you are working with angels, whether you are working with spirit, whether you are intuitive, whether you are healing, all of these things, it's finding your own gift and working the way that you need to work. My gift is no different to anybody else's. My role in the world may be different, and how I show up may be different, but it doesn't mean my gift is any different to anybody else's. What it means is that my gift is how I come along with it. I'm also able to manage my gift and to, to manage my gift, to work with it, to allow myself to be in the way that I want it to be. Okay. So I feel like when I am connecting in with my own personal gift, what I'm actually doing is I know my gift so intimately, I know how to work with it. And it's really knowing it in the best possible way. And so start working with it, start practicing with it, start playing with it. Because your intuition is here to help serve you. It's going to help other people, or it may not. You may not decide that you actually want to work in this profession. And it's not for everybody. I'll tell you, it's really not for everybody. There's been times I've actually thought about leaving it myself. But that's always because of somebody else's opinion and thoughts on me. So one of the things that I would always say to you is have your own cheerleading squad. Find your own people behind you. Look at those and say, hey, this is what matters to me. These are the people I'm doing it for. Because actually, sometimes, you're right, Tom, it is an absolute commitment. It's a commitment to yourself, and it's a commitment to spirit. And it's a commitment to the people that you're actually doing the work for. It's not something that you can just pick up and drop off. And your own gift it's going to be challenging. It's going to challenge you sometimes. It's going to push you. It's going to give you moments of grief. You're going to question whether or not you can do it. You're going to question whether or not you're good at it. You're going to be questioning in everything, every part of it. And honestly, I think how we show up is so important. Hello, everybody. I'm seeing everyone coming in. I was talking about how our gift is, how we develop our gift, just some tidbits, and maybe I'll go over them again. But I feel that when we're working with our gift, when we're connecting with our spirit, when we're connecting with what it is that we do, what we're able to do is we're connecting into our true authentic self. The gift that we do and we have is so powerful. And it's about trusting it, okay? Hello, everyone. Hello, Tom. Hello, Connie. Hello, 80s lady. I don't enjoy all of these, different names. It's not the fact that you're wrong. It's just I like to know who you are. Hello, Edgar. Hello, Polly. Hello, Valley. Hello, Angel. Seeing everybody in here. I just think that it's kind of, when we're starting with our gift, what we're doing is we're starting to work in a really unique way. And our gift is a unique expression of who we are as well. So there are some people who can sing, and that's their unique expression of how they show up in the world. You know, my singing teacher, I asked her today, I said, oh my God, you know, she's getting me to do all of these exercises and I can't quite get in that. I feel like, oh my God, I felt like, really, Lisa, you shouldn't be singing today. And I said, can I ask you, do you ever have days like this? She's like, oh, so many. And so, you know, in my mind, I thought, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Because truly, sometimes I look at it and go, oh my God, I really shouldn't be singing today. And there are days that I think that to myself. It's like, I know when you work with your gift, when you work with your intuition, when you're working with your mediumship, when you're working with your healing, you got to know your parameters. You've got to know your parameters. You've got to know how you can play with it, what you can do with it. You've got to know what you can and can't, what's good for you, what isn't good for you. And at that point, what you're doing is you're playing with the gift. I'm sorry, I've got all of my little alerts coming up telling me that I'm getting ready for my evening peak in like exercise and energy. I'm like, really? Okay. But yeah, so it's about trusting your gift. So guys, if you're coming on, I was just talking about how you can work with your gift and how you can maximize your gift and how your gift can work for you. Now, you may not be interested in developing your own intuition, or you may not be interested in becoming a psychic or a medium or anything like that. But our intuition is so powerful, and it's the key to who we are. It's really about becoming in alignment. And I was just talking about the ego. How the ego, we need an element of ego. So any teacher that tells you, put your ego aside, I'm actually going to say, no, bring your ego in. I don't want you to be this, you know, I'm amazing. Don't you, you know, I'm amazing. Oh my God. That's a big sort of big-headed ego. We don't need that. That little innocent ego, such as, oh, this whole thing, you know, that we don't need either. We need you to have that confidence. And without your ego, what tends to happen is you're being told to not validate, to not feel good about the information that you're picking up. So let's just say you're connecting into spirit and you're being told, well, don't get into your ego about that. Well, I'm actually going to tell you, I need you to feel good about the information that you picked up, because what that's doing is it's giving you this sense of achievement. It's giving you this sense of, yes, I did it. This sense of, I absolutely know what I'm talking about. And it's giving you a confidence and a professionalism of you just to step up and start talking about it. Now, some people will say the ego is about, you know, edging God out. Well, I agree with that. But what we want to know is this part of our ego is about really having confidence. And listen, I'll tell you honestly, there's been times I've said to people, you're in your ego. And some of them, you know, and I feel really bad about it, you know, but some of them are very egotistical. But this is about getting validation from spirit. It's about getting validation from your clients, getting validation from the person you're working with. Because what it's doing is it's giving you that little feeling of, I've got this, I'm good at it, I can do it. Because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere. Now, also, because what honestly, you know, when we're trying to push it away, is what we're trying to do is say, you know, I shouldn't feel good about it, or I should take it for granted, or, you know, this is a God-given ability. Yes, I agree with all of the above. But there's part of it where if we're not in that space of feeling good about ourselves, and that we're start to have worth problems, self-worth problems. And this is what happened to me, everyone. I will tell you, it's exactly what happened to me, because I looked at it and people were like, oh, you shouldn't be in your ego. And, you know, especially with the TV show, I started to have a lot of people, you know, call me a diva and whatever, and it's normal. But what happened is I then started to just give everything away. And so in my process of giving everything away, I didn't look after me. And so I just kept thinking, oh, I've just got to give, 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 give. And it made me feel less than, and it made me feel less worthy. And so I want you to know that this is important for you to learn by my mistakes, learn by other people's mistakes, and trust in what you're getting, because the ego is there to help you. Now, the other part of it, I can't even remember what I was talking about in the earlier part of the video, but I really feel like you developing your own gift to suit you and having your own, understanding your own gift. Your own gift is like a singer, right? You've got people who sing opera. You know, you've got let's look at Lady Gaga. She can do a variety of different genres, okay? Her voice is so flexible and so powerful that she can sing in all of these different genres. And so can Ariana Grande. You know, we've just seen the whole Wicked movie. It's all over. And so, hello everyone, hi Astra. And at that point, what we're doing is they've got flexibility. They know their range, their voice well enough to know how they can maneuver it. Being part of your gift and knowing how you can maneuver your own personal gift is so important, because what you're doing is you're starting to find where you land. You know, some people start coming to me and they say, you know, I'm a psychic medium. I'm like, okay, but what's your speciality? Well, what do you mean? I speak to dead people. No, let's try and find what you're really good at. Because now the industry is becoming saturated. And so do you specialize? Do you notice that more people are coming to you because maybe someone passed with cancer or whatever? And these are the things that we want to start aiming at. And so it's about knowing your gift and recognizing your own personal gift is yours. It's not anybody else's. Your gift is so powerful to you. So just because I'm a medium and I do it one way doesn't mean that you don't do it another way. Some people might, you know, have a pendulum that they communicate with. Some people love to use their cards. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. As long as you are fully in alignment in your own self and you're standing up and you are in your true core being, that's all that matters. And so find what you do. You know, there's so many times, and listen, I love it. All right, I live in a spiritual community, and you know, there's a lot of, wow, mediumship is this, and mediumship is that. Well, mediumship has changed over the last, I want to say, I've been doing it now. I've been working as a professional medium. I've been working as a professional medium for almost 29 years. I have been working full-time as a professional medium for the last 26. No, 25. Okay, because my son's just turned 25. And in that space and time, I've noticed a difference in the way that people connect. It is about you. You have to, you know, some people used to say, you've got to do it this way, you've got to do it that way, you've got to do it the other way. No, it's changed now. All right, how we get our gift and the way our brain is programmed and the way that a lot of it is neuroscience, the way that we are actually able to connect in a very different way. What we're able to do is connect in a really unique space. And by able to connect is, I may do mental mediumship and I may bring loved ones through in a different way. You may do it through healing. You may be doing it through psychometry, holding onto a personal item. You may do it through writing things down. Your gift is authentic to you. And when you are truly authentic with it, there is no need to have this, you know, big boy ego, this like really expansive ego, but you're still confident and in that ego enough to say, still got it. All right, and it's those moments, there's times that I even will be in my own space and I'll be like, oh my God, did I just get the name and the first name and the last name? Because that to me is still impressive for me. And when your gift still shocks you and still gives you that moment of like, God, I got it. It actually is, it's doing something for you. It's making you feel good. So allow your gift to be totally unique for yourself. If you like to do artwork, you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm sitting here with a stick right in front of me from one of my students, Brandy. And, you know, this is a gift, right? Something about it is really powerful. It speaks to me. And so, you know, I look at it as a gift. Some people wouldn't look at it as a stick, but to me, it's a beautiful gift. It's something powerful. And I think it's important that you all find your own way. You're not supposed to fit in a box, guys. You cannot fit in a box. And if you do fit in a box, then make sure it's Tiffany, make sure it's Cartier, make sure it's something more than I don't know, your Amazon box, because your gift is super special. And you can't fit in a box. Boxes are made for Amazon. I'm sorry, they really are. You're all unique and special in your own unique way. And so's your gift. And it's going to also do something for you. Your gift has to really be about you too. It can't just be about, I want to help people. No, I'm sorry. No, it has to do something for you. So that's my my little 2 cents tonight. So I've been playing with an idea, and I've come on tonight just to play with it. And I've been playing with an idea about whether or not I should do private content on here, a membership form. And I've been wondering if I should do something in the mediumship space, some little videos, some little content that will just drop to help people get the best of their gift. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments. And if you think somebody else would be interested, I'm not actually thinking about putting a lot of money on it. I'm not actually thinking about, and I'm also thinking maybe bringing in some public demonstrations and things like that, because I just think that this might be a way of helping other people. So I would love to know. I read all the comments, and I think it might help. Oh, thanks, TJ. I think it's always a really important place that we can actually come from. And you got to come, I'm going to say this, whether or not you come to me, find your teacher. Your teachers are going to be so important for you. Find your teacher. Find the people that are vibing with who you are. Okay, so that's okay. All right, so I'm going to pull, I've just pulled a card, everyone, just for, oh, look, we've got the love card. So if you need to see that, then that's yours. But I pulled a card for everybody tonight. And the card is freedom. All right. So the card is freedom. This is about, and it's exactly, oh yeah, you joined. Oh, great. I'm getting some things. I don't want to put a huge amount of money on it. You know, but I just think I have got so much content that I think it might be really good. I would love to, I really want to connect. I tell you what I feel like I've lost that form of connection. I really enjoy connecting on a deep level. I really want to help people. And I really want to try and help people find that space. So yes. Astra, I lost my boyfriend for suicide 2016, so I don't know if he's okay and if he'll find his light. So let me talk about this, Astra. Those people who take their own life and have taken the way that they want to go, they'll always find light, okay? Please don't think they're searching in the dark. There's no heaven or hell. It is not the way it is. I want you to have some peace and know that he is with you, and that he hasn't chosen a bad way, that he is absolutely with you. So I want you to remember that. Oh, yes, Lakeland, Florida. Oh my God, I remember that. Okay. Yes, Sarasota. Wow. Oh my gosh, I've been all over the country. I got to tell you, someone said to me, I saw you in Savannah. I was like, was I in Savannah? You know, it was crazy because I've been all over the world. And yeah, it's so interesting. Anyway, let's pull my card. All right, so this is what I was talking about, freedom. This is about finding freedom in your gift, finding freedom in the work that you do. This is about soul freedom, releasing ties of the past and setting yourself free. This is about you having freedom. However you want it to be, whatever it may be, have the freedom. Really connect in, have that freedom, have that space, have that time. And it's really powerful. So just trust in the fact that you're being set free. when you're fully in that space, you are completely being set free, and you are stepping into this place of just beautiful love. Simple, simple, simple. There you go. All right, my friends, it's good to see you all. And yeah, I'll think about doing a membership. I've been toying with it. I'm not quite sure. You know, they talk about monetizing your channel, all of that. Is it something I want to do? Not necessarily, but I think what it does is it keeps it unique for you, and it keeps it very special for you, and it keeps it all very much in a contained space and a contained environment. Because I also recognize that not everybody can afford long courses or big courses and things like that. So I recognize that not everybody can afford like the $1,000 courses, and that maybe just something that will keep you developing, or maybe even saying signs yourself, or helping you connect into your own intuition, I think might be really helpful. So, and certainly as my life calms down, because I actually feel, you know, my whole life is changing soon. My husband leaves the army, which is where I'm sitting on base, and yeah, my whole life changes soon. So I'm thinking that I will be in one space, one place. I won't be traveling so much. I tend to travel every 2 weeks and come in and out. So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, all right, my friends, I'll see you all next time. Okay, yes. All right. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you all soon. Bye, everyone.